I just want to say something really brief. We are lawyers. If you're given a mic, we can keep talking. That's one thing. But just to add to a couple of things Dr. Agarwal said. First thing, just one anecdote. Long back when J.J. Thomson, did his work, and his son G.P. Thomson was one of the first people to get Nobel Prizes. When the idea of Nobel Prizes were introduced, G.P. Thomson was supposed to have said, why? I mean, everything that needs to be invented has already been invented. I mean, so this is just a waste. This was early 20th century. Little did he know. That's the backdrop of knowledge. I mean, what we have done so far is very little compared to what's out there. That's the first part. Second part about the AI, I'm biased towards that field because my master's in computer science was in AI and machine learning back in the 80s. So we were working on algorithms, but we were running into memory and processing issues. So now 25 years later, in the meantime, I've been practicing patent law. Now when I look at some of the innovations in the field of AI and machine learning, the algorithms are pretty much the same. But what has changed is we have unlimited memory and processing, and therefore many of the systems that we could not do are now can be done. And now, as far as patenting goes, people are a little bit worried about the patentable subject matter issue as it applies to AI and machine learning. And as I look at it, that should not be the case because the core issue in AI and machine learning has to do with knowledge engineering, as we call it. That is, you have to understand the area in which you're applying the AI. It has to be put in, the knowledge has to be put in a form in which the computer can read. So in terms of effort, a bulk of the effort is actually in creating that knowledge, trying to understand how an intelligent problem is solved, put it in a form, data structures, representations and connection. That's the bulk of contribution in AI and machine learning, which is actually patentable. I mean, if you put it in a form, and because it relates to the domain field, and we won't be running into issues of patentable subject matter. So therefore, the field is open. But even those days, 20 years back, I even got a patent at that time, which is expired, which was related to the field of synaptic climatology and an expert system for predicting certain things. So the field is fertile and new and, Godspeed. So with that a few remarks, I would welcome all of you to this event. And as I see it, we have a spectrum of very nice topics. There's a session on AI, and in pharma, my other field that I practice in, the session on biosimilars is very current and deals with what's going on in the field right now. Thanks a lot.